Hey, reporters, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I hope you had a great Valentine's Day, whether you're in a relationship, single, hanging out with friends, hanging out with families, or whatever it might be. I'm glad to be back with you and feeling at least slightly better. Of course, I had to take the 14th off for Valentine's Day. It was a full day of activities over here. And then yesterday, I just was not feeling well at all. So I'm happy to be back again. Now, why don't we get into this Ryan Edwards story that broke out on Valentine's Day, y'all? I am just so overwhelmed with the amount of horrifying news that is coming out about him and this marriage. So, just a little bit of a recap for those of you who might just be joining us, like for the first time in this entire saga. Ryan Edwards' estranged wife, Mackenzie Standifer, has been accusing him of doing all sorts of horrific things throughout their marriage. All of this is coming to a head because he decided the other week to go on Instagram and accuse her of infidelity. He posted private, intimate photos of her, calling her all sorts of horrific names, as you can read there on the screen. And she decided she'd had enough and she wanted to go ahead and get a restraining order against this man. And, in this restraining order, she initially said that there had been other instances of DV in their relationship. The police claimed that when they showed up to the house, it was in tatters. They said there was a significant amount of damage done to the home, which we will get to see what some of that damage entails in this video, because the latest restraining order filing, the leak from it, explains some of the damage that was found in the house. So just brace yourselves, you guys, because this is a lot. And before I forget, there also was 2 calls that Mackenzie recorded for the police to show them as an example of how terrifying Ryan could be. We streamed this 2 days ago. I want to say, maybe 2.5 days ago. So we'll say this was on the 13th. We talked about how the police reported that in the audio that Mackenzie had them listen to, you can hear Ryan saying that he's in some kind of a group, gang, but you and I don't believe it's true. But this group has said that they do not take too kindly to wives disrespecting their husband, as Mackenzie allegedly did by allegedly cheating on Ryan. And that Ryan told her in this recording that he was going to protect her and take the ass beating for her, but that she would regret something. Like, he basically threatened her towards the end of this call as well. So now that leads us all to where we are right now, which is the latest allegations coming out. And again, just buckle up, you guys, because it's a lot. This time, we're being told that Mackenzie has reported that Ryan Edwards threatened her with a knife, held her against the wall by her neck in front of their 2 young children. And it might not have just been the 2 young children, Stella and Jagger. Hudson might have been there. Bentley might have been there. We don't know yet, but we're going to read this together. This protective order that she filed against him is really, truly explosive, shocking, and disturbing. So here's what the petition says, and I quote, in the midst of them arguing, Ryan punched holes in the walls and doors. He held me up by my neck to the wall, threw me down in the hallway, and said if he could not have me, no one could. So when we back that up, you guys, to the point where it says that Ryan was punching holes in the walls and doors, I believe her, because the police said that there was a lot of damage to the inside of the house. And I believe that that is some of what the damage in the house entail. She claims that this incident happened on January 15th, but in the petition, she also said that there were numerous instances of DV in that household. So this is something that could have happened several other times. There could have been holes all over the walls from other times that this may have allegedly happened. And just the idea of that, especially for her and her kids and stuff, is just absolutely terrifying. Like, when someone is high, out of their mind, as we know, Ryan suffers from addiction issues, they can be scary. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, like, living in a big city, I see a lot of like cracked out people and they scare me. I run the other way. I cross the street. You don't want to accidentally lock eyes with someone who is in a state of absolute delusion, on a different planet, and see what happens. Like, I remember one time, this is when I was scared crapless, but there was a time when I was walking down the street, minding my own business in a little bit of a sketchy area, because I had to go there to get my hair extensions. So I had to go there, and I was minding my own business. And I just, sometimes when you're walking, you look at people, right? You're just like, all right, there's people here, it's just what you do. And so this one person that I happened to look at was one of these people who was like cracked out or something like that. And so he started screaming at me, and I thought he was going to chase me. I was so scared. I just like ran down to the first metro I could find. I was scared. You know what I mean? So like imagine being trapped in a house with someone like that. I can't, like, the fear is traumatizing. And this happened to me years ago. I'm talking like 3 years ago here. And I'm still scared. I'm still shook. And I'm still like, whenever I go to this area, I'm like, Grace, look at the ground. Don't look at nobody in the face, so yeah, this is a lot. Like when people are on another planet, they can be quite dangerous. And so continuing her protection order report, she says that Ryan opened the pocket knife, put it to his back like he was going to off her. This was in front of children. So it doesn't say whether it's just Stella and Jagger. It doesn't say whether Hudson and Bentley were there, but at least we know that there are multiple children who are here, definitely more than one. Mackenzie reports that she tries to leave. And what happened? As a typical ABUSCR, he allegedly smashed her phone and took her car keys. What is that, not false imprisonment or something like that? Like, that is crazy, blocking her escape. And these people, they're not city slickers like me, where you can run downstairs and find 1,000 people at your doorstep who can help you. These are people who like live out, you know what I mean? So that is scary, to not have a car to get away and to not have your phone either. Mackenzie said that a coworker of hers called 911. But I wonder how the coworker knew to call 911 if she didn't have a phone to contact this coworker, and it seemed like this was just children who were there. That part is, I would love a little bit more detail on that. I'm not saying I'm doubting it, but I just want to understand where the coworker figures into all of this. Then there was another fight. So this one that we just described with the in front of the kids, that was on January 15th. If I'm not mistaken, allegedly, right? All of this is alleged. Now we're moving into January 24th. So 9 days later, there's another fight. And this time she says that Ryan came into the bedroom where she was laying down, and he was pretending that he's going to punch her face. And he breaks the bed with her in it, getting in her face, yelling. Oh, that's scary, ladies. That absolutely is terrifying. Like, what? You're just in her face, like, I could do it, but I won't, just close to your face and stuff. Like, oh my God. And to break the bed with her in it, absolutely terrifying. And so Mackenzie, of course, went to get the kids and leave. But again, Ryan allegedly would not let her leave. And she's claiming that he threw her down in the living room, threw menthol nicotine in my. Now, what is menthol nicotine? Y'all know I have never smoked a day in my life. Let me just Google up what this menthol nicotine is. And please don't laugh at me if this is something you're familiar with and I'm not. So this could be liquid form. So this could be like a liquid form of something you put in a vape, it seems to be. Okay. Wow, that's kind of crazy to throw that in someone's eyes. My God. Mackenzie claimed in the petition that her father called the authorities and that officers found a loaded AR gun in the home. You guys already know how I feel about guns in homes, but I know a lot of you guys feel strongly the opposite way, especially in a home with someone who's deranged, who's got like substance abuse issues, who's got legal issues, and who's got children in it. I don't think there's any place for that. I think that's absolutely ridiculous, but a lot of you guys will say otherwise. So let's not even get into it. Then she says that there was a phone call early February, the 8th, so 8 days ago from now. This is when she filed the protective order where he threatened her. Yeah, this is the thing about like the gang thing where he's like, oh, I'm going to protect you. They don't take too kindly to you disrespecting me, but I'm going to protect you. I'm going to let them whoop my ass for you. Right. So in the call, yes, I remember this. He said that she's not going to like what's going to happen to her. Okay, so there you go. We thought it was fake, that he did not indeed join a gang, but now we're finding out that Mackenzie has the name of the motorcycle gang that this man joined. And she's claiming that this motorcycle gang is gonna find her. She also noted that Ryan has a vast history of substance abuse. But how did you know? Did you ask Mackenzie, or did you see it for yourself? Did you stop playing dumb about that? She claimed in the petition that sheriffs documented him stating that he's still using heroin on January 28th. So just as of like 2 weeks ago, he was still on that honky tonk. He was still on that heroin or whatever you call it. Wow, wow, wow. She also asked the court order to remove Ryan from the home immediately, and I believe that that's something that did happen. Yeah. Now, Ryan has spoken out because remember, Ryan needs a little bit of coin to fund his habit. So he has been speaking very consistently with the son, who, of course, pays for his quotes. By the way, Mackenzie says that the AR gun that they found in the house is not the only one. Ryan has 3, at least, that she knows of anyway. Oh, she don't. Sorry, I just got a message. And then she got the order of protection granted to her 1 day later. So it was very serious. And so now Ryan, when he spoke to the U.S. Sun, he says, I don't speak for her. I never wanted to hurt her. I just tried telling her. I would have loved to work it out because I still at the time wanted to. There you go. You guys, this is a lot to take in, right? There's a lot going on. It's all very, very sad. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I've kind of run out of things to say about the situation because it's sad and it is incredibly serious as well. All we can do is just hope for the best. Hope that things work themselves out. We know that Ryan was on a suspended sentence when all of this was going down. He was still on probation and everything. So perhaps this is something that will finally send him to the slammer. I think it's something that he deserves to go to jail over if this is true, because at the end of the day, again, we still have to say that this is all alleged, right? Like the stuff we saw for ourselves here on the internet, him posting these horrible things, harassing her on Instagram, we saw that for sure. But the other stuff, we cannot say anything other than alleged for now as we watch this play out. But none of this is acceptable. It's sad and it's scary that Mackenzie had to go through this, that their children had to go through this, allegedly had to go through this, allegedly have to witness this. I don't know, you guys. I'm at a loss for words about this. If you tuned in for my stream that I did the other day, then you're aware that, or if you tuned in for my other videos that I did about Ryan getting in trouble with the law over the past few years, that Ryan, he stays out of jail because he is literal friends, not just acquaintances, with the local judge's son. So I think that guarantees him a little bit of favor. So don't hold your breath waiting to see him be legitimately held accountable for his alleged actions if found guilty, because that, unfortunately it helps, right? It helps to know people in high places. And I do think that once again, he will be able to evade proper justice, which is just unfortunate for Mackenzie and their children if what she's reporting about him is indeed true. I do wonder, though, if there's something that she can do to further protect the children from him. Will we see this protective order extended a little bit longer? Will he start to have to be forced to only see his kids under supervised visitation? I don't know what the future looks like for him, but he definitely needs to be condemned in some way. I think that if they don't do anything, like if he does not face real consequences, he's only going to be further emboldened. And now that he's in this motorcycle gang, and do you remember, you guys, he told her the last time we were talking about this to lie, and that the motorcycle gang was going to be out here looking for him. They're going to come and ask you at work. Those are those people that are out to get her. The people in the club I joined Friday. The club I joined at Friday at 2 p.m. You don't remember? It is crazy. Honestly, this is scary and this is very dangerous for Mackenzie and their kids. I know we all feel a certain kind of way about Mackenzie. I know we all feel like she walked into this eyes wide shut. But at the end of the day, she still is a victim here. And I do hope that things turn out okay for herself and their kids as well. Guys, let me know what you think about all of this. Are you a little bit shook, just like I am? Do you think that Ryan will actually legitimately face consequences this time around? Or is he like a cat? Does he have 9 lives? I think he's used up 4. Does he have another 5 in him? Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.